Okay, so hey guys, today we're reviewing the Simply Cube texture pack. Now this texture pack is very similar to the plastic texture pack, but it looks a little bit different, so I'm reviewing it. I mean, actually, the painting is already looking at it. The paintings actually look really nice. I like this one actually. This one's very nice. I like this little poster. This one as well as all the mobs. That's really cool. Actually, I really like the paintings on this one. They're very simplistic. Actually, I would say this texture pack looks a little bit nicer than the plastic texture pack because it looks a bit more cubic. Like, I like how the grass has a grid. And also, this is updated to 1.20, so these textures have been updated, which I think is good. And also, look at the UI. Look at these little sprites. They're actually more like you can actually understand more of what the sprites look like compared to the plastic texture pack. But I like how all the little dies are all the same shape. I don't know why the glow ink sac looks like doesn't look like an ink sac, but everything else pretty nice actually. Like I really like these textures. Like look at it, netherite pickaxe looks good. Yeah, actually, I don't know why a lot of texture packs don't use the new colors for the potions. Instead, they just stick with the old ones. That's really confusing actually. I don't know why. I like the netherite ingot actually. This is actually a pretty good texture pack. Also, all the trims are updated. Yeah, this is actually pretty nice, actually. Pretty good texture pack. Got all the wood blocks. I think the wood blocks look fine. They have a very simplistic pattern to them. Crimson actually looks more crimson than this, which is mangrove, which I actually quite like. This looks actually quite nice. I don't know if it's still animated, actually. Oh yeah, it's still animated, you can see. I like the cherry planks. Very nice texture pack, actually. The stone blocks are very simple. I mean, it's basically the plastic texture pack. There's nothing really much to talk about. Oh, I like the animation for that, though. I want to left click it, but I can't. If I left click it, it's going to explode. Yeah. Honestly, this is pretty good texture pack. Like, it's very simplistic. I would say it's easier to understand than the plastic texture pack, honestly. Like, everything is kind of like pixel perfect. In a weird way, but it's very simple. Very similar to the plastic texture pack. I think I've said that 10 times already, but like, it just is. There's not really much to talk about. It's a very simplistic texture pack. Oh, look at the terracotta actually looks quite different as well. It's got all the... It's basically, this texture pack is like plastic, but it's got square patterns to it. Like, there's basically... Oh, look at the fire actually. That looks cool. There's basically no circles, from what it seems. Which I actually kind of appreciate that. There's absolutely no circles. Everything just has this kind of like grid effect. Now the suspicious sand and the suspicious gravel are just indistinguishable. The only difference is that the fact that these little like these 9 little dots on them are a different shade, but that's about it. There's absolutely no other way of knowing that this is suspicious sand other than the fact like it looks similar, okay? Including the ore blocks. Like look at the ore blocks. They look quite simplistic actually. Oh, the trims. Okay, the trims are good actually. They're just I should have used the bitter user armor. Now the pots are also updated. The pots look basically the same, it's just that they have less texture on them. Oh, I like the dripstone. The amethyst. Oh, actually, the amethyst is actually pretty nice. This is actually a pretty nice texture pack, I would say. I like the leaves actually. All of them have like a different shade, but they basically all look the same. Including the cherry leaves actually, and the sniffer egg. You got the flowers, which they all look kind of like the same. I wouldn't really say they're different. I mean, like, I don't know why these two look exactly the same, even though they're supposed to be different. This is a rose bush and this is a lilac. Now I like the trees' leaves, how they have this kind of cubic pattern to them. Very simplistic. I actually really like that. It keeps things simple, I guess. I like it. Oh, this is actually quite satisfying. Look at the mangrove roots. That's nice. And the vines also look quite nice. And the cherry tree. Oh, the cherry tree actually looks quite nice too. I mean, it's basically just a recolor. Crimson. Now, all the mobs have this very square pattern to them. It's basically like the... Why does he have no eyes? Why does he have no eyes? Oh my god, why does he have no pupils? I don't like that. He has no pupils. That is very scary. I don't like that. Look at this little guy. The camel and sniffer updated. Everything is just, it's basically like plastic, but a little bit more detailed. In the sense that everything has this kind of like, basically darker frame around the square. Is that how I would call it? Like an outline, I guess. It's basically like the most outline around them, which I think is actually okay. It works okay. Yeah, these are pretty nice. I like the sniffer. This is actually pretty good. Pretty good texture pack. I wouldn't say it's the best texture pack, it's more like plastic, but it has a custom font as well. It's also got a new logo. A different logo. Oh, actually, this is looking pretty cool. Oh, like it's actually better than plastic in my opinion. Oh, there's actually a couple mods we should show. We got the Hoveling, Piglin, which was wearing brown or gray pants. Piglin Brute, which looks like a piglin actually, 'cause it's got a tail. We got the Warden, which again looks almost identical to the one in the plastic texture pack. And we got the Axolotls, which again have a very cubic outline to them. Spyglass does not have an outline. Squid has such small eyes. It's a pretty meh texture pack. I mean, it's not the worst texture pack, but it's technically more expensive than the plastic. Luckily, I did get this on a sale from the summer marketplace thing. But if it's not on sale, I would say get the plastic texture pack, because this texture pack is basically the same. Like, there's virtually no difference. Oh, we should check out the end. There's virtually no difference. Like, I would say the plastic texture pack is better in some ways. Also, you can see the UI for survival. Looks pretty good too. Then you got the Ent Dragon, which looks cubic, I guess. It's basically the same, but it has that detail. Overall, pretty good texture pack. Would recommend it, but if you can buy plastic, buy the plastic texture pack.